All right, it's been a while since we've done an update on this Godzilla car, so I'll give a quick rundown of what's going on. Obviously, the motor is built now. We're waiting on the new intake from Willis BTR deal. But for now, just to get it running, we got the motion icon throttle body, which is going to be on the new intake, but we also have the adapter to go to the stock intake, so at least get it fired up, which is only a day or two away from just lighting it off. I got a little work to do with getting the trigger sequence right, and I have some connectivity issues with my laptop. I'm pretty sure my laptop has got an issue. It won't let me update the firmware. So, but anywho, the F1A94 ProCharger intercooler with some custom mounts we made, custom radiator mount, even made a timing pointer, which is pretty handy. Everybody needs a timing pointer. If you don't know where your timing is, you're pretty much screwed. Some Mechman 240 amp alternator with a custom bracket we made. This is the Motion Raceworks catch can and screw and valve cover fittings. Billet Pro Shop, bunch of stuff on here, fuel rails, adapters. I threaded that and put a coolant temp sensor in the pump. We've got AN lines upper and lower on the radiator. It's the hamburgers. Oil filter adapter, but we have a Peterson bypass regulator on it to keep the pressure down. Let's see. I'm almost done. You're going to see that this is not loomed yet. The engine harness and sensors and what have you. That's because when I change the intake, I want to make sure that everything's going to still plug in the same spot. And I'm not going to loom it and then unloom it all. So I have two wires left to terminate in here, but we have the Maven bulkhead connectors. This quick connect right here, that goes down actually to the alternator and the starter. So it's just one quick connection. The alternator is shut off by a trigger wire off a relay. Goes through a relay that the ECU turns it on and off, but it breaks that connection when the emergency shut off is shut off. So it breaks the battery power and the alternator on two different posts. Air motive regulator, we mounted it right to the back of the blower bracket. Made everything a lot easier to work on. Got Viking double adjustables, strange brakes, Team ZK member. The cage was done by Affordable Speed and Fabrication, Jason Staples. Precision shifter, just finishing up the mount on that. Aeromotive 15-gallon fuel cell with a 5.0 pump. We have a Scott Rod bulkhead yet that we need to put back there, but getting close. I just got a bunch of lumen so I can finish up all the loom that I need to take care of. Haltech HP8 igniter, dual wideband controller. Has a leash, Pro 8 relay board, Elite 2500. And strange brakes on the back too. I'm gonna go up with this thing real quick. All right, let's start back underneath. Like I said, the intercooler is now mounted. We just ordered all the tubing from Dan at High Performance, so that should be in a couple days. The headers, obviously, those are pretty wild. These fit so good. They're hard to get in with everything back on, but Ultimate Headers did a killer job on these headers. Once again, the 417 Motorsports pan. We tried real hard to make sure everything was secure and loomed. We even got heat wrap on the starter wires, which starter's hidden way back in there. It's impossible to get to, but it's up there. Sorry if this video is so close. I'm trying. Maybe really zoom out a little bit. Okay, that's better. I got to put the steering shaft back in now. We've got everything done. Let's see. Mazir billet flex plate Circle D converter and a Performance Trans Turbo 400 with, of course, tranny blanket. Let's see. You said dual widebands, NTK sensors. We have in behind there's the Motion Raceworks Rife Turbo 400 pressure sensor setup. So that's in there. Everything's wired for the trans brake, the pressure sensors, everything is all in this plug. And then there's a plug that comes down through the floor and just plugs right into that, into the ECU. So that quick connection there, that's all set. We have a PST 3-inch chromoly drive shaft, all braided Frigola line, filter, Motion Raceworks drive shaft speed sensor with a custom bracket that I made, so it can't move. It's not going nowhere. Of course, Team Z upper and lower control arms, lower brace, lateral braces. We put 9-inch ends, 35 spline axles, the whole line in this thing. Custom mount and floor, tranny cooler, Viking double adjustable shocks for the rear, and 275 Pros. So we're close. We're very close with this. I gotta whittle up some exhaust real quick. Finish a couple terminations on wires on the inside. And put the trans brake button on, a couple little odds and ends. And I have a million other things to start working on. More cars coming in. Oh, and we also have a front lower valance for this. So we're going to put the factory bumper on, cut out the bottom, put a valance on it. Should look pretty bitchin'. He's got a cool hood that he had done for it. And then, of course, just piles and piles and piles. Ray McDougall's car's coming up here real fast.